Welcome to the STEM World Educational Services. So today I'll be showing you the demonstration of the STEM HR system that we have here, and obviously you will be provided with the login and the every stuff, so you can just go and log in the system, and I'll just gonna be start demonstrating. So this is basically the main interface of the the work system that we have, the HR system here. So the credentials will be provided to you. So once you're gonna put your credentials, the email and the password there, and once you're gonna log in here, you'll be able to go to the system, and this screen will be prompted in front of you. Okay, so on this screen basically you'll be able to see some of the statistics here. Let's just talk about the first statistics on your dashboard, that is about the total projects. So let's just say you have been assigned 2 or 3 or 4 projects, so it's the count of all the projects that has been assigned to you, so you can have a a eagle eye view of the things that how many projects that have been assigned to you. You can just look into that by your dashboard statics. So the next thing is the hours logged. So you can basically check how many hours you have spent working on different projects, so you can just have an overview of that. And the next thing is obviously the pending task. The project is basically divided into the tasks, and you are basically working on the task to make the project complete. So let's just say 5 pending tasks are there, 5 tasks has been assigned to you, and you are working maybe one of the tasks, and the other 4 are pending. So you can just see how much workload you have there, so you can just manage time and the stuff things. And then obviously the last one is the completed tasks, so you can just see how many tasks you have completed. Okay, so the next thing on the dashboard is you can see there is a work from text field there. So basically what this text field is, and there is a button in front of it saying clock in. So I'm just going to demonstrate what it is. Basically it is basically your attendance in the system. You had to mark your attendance when you are starting working on any of the projects that the company is being provided to you. So what you have to do is you had to type where are you working from. Let's just say I'm working from home, so I'm just gonna type in home, and I'm gonna click on this button where it says clock in. So once I'm gonna click on this button, my attendance would be started. Like the system will gonna start recording my attendance, that okay, this person has started working on that particular time, and he has started his attendance now. So that's basically totally related to the attendance. You are marking where you are working from, and then obviously you are clicking on the button. Let's just say after 4 hours and 5 hours I have just completed my work, and I need to check out time. I want to go with the clock out time or check out time. What I'm gonna do is I'll just gonna click on this clock out time. So it will be in the back, it will be marked your attendance like maybe in 4 hours, 3 hours, 40 minutes, something like that. So that's how the clock in functions work here. Okay, so the next thing that we will be discussing here is about the projects. The main section, why we are using this system and why we are putting everything's here, is due to the stuff that we are providing you. So you had to go to the project section, and all those projects that have been assigned to you will be there. A list will be there, like you can see. I've signed in as a user in front of you, and I can see like I have been provided with the project named as sample project, and then obviously there are some group members, the deadline of the project from the date of the project, that project before that date the project has to be finished, and then if there is a progress of that project and the status that is in progress. And then obviously there is a some action button, which action you can perform on that, and we're going to discuss how the things are working. And obviously at the top you can see like again some of the statistics: total projects, overdue projects, not started projects, cancelled projects, stuff like that. So now we're gonna dive deeper into the projects and how projects are working, what is there in the project. So let's just go to this sample project here. I'm just gonna click on the sample project here, and some new things would be open in front of me. So here is some of the details about the project that I can see obviously, and on the right side there are the members of the project, and then below those there are some open tasks and days left to complete that project, hours logged in this particular project, and below that there is some activity timeline, like a new task has been added, and we're just gonna discuss about what tasks are in a bit, but let's just explain what the projects are. So we can see the project details here, and as the members are there and the other stuff is there. So if you want to see more detailed things here, what you can do basically, there is a bar at the top. You can see overview, members, task. So you can just go to the members and you can see which members are working on this project with you. So right now there is only one person in the project obviously, and then we can go to the tasks. We can see what tasks are being assigned to this project. So right here I can see like there is one task that is created within this project and that has been assigned to me as a user. So let me just explain what tasks are. A project is made of obviously of different tasks, and like you're gonna complete one task, the project progress will be going on, and you're gonna complete two tasks, the project progress is, let's just say, on 30%. Let's say a project has 10 tasks. If all the 10 tasks has been completed by the team, the project would be considered as completed. And for explaining the task in more elaboration, what we have a separate part of task here in the left panel, as you can see here. So once I'm gonna click on the task section here, I can see different three of the things here basically. The first thing is tasks, the second thing is task board, and the third thing is task calendar. So we're gonna go each of them, and we're gonna be explaining what these are. So first of all, I'm just gonna go to the task section, and once I'm gonna go to the task section, it will only be showing me those tasks that has been assigned to me as a user. So as you can see, there is a filter system here, like I can search the task according to maybe deadlines. I can select the task according to the projects and obviously their status, and there is a detailed filter system. So that's how filter system works. Okay, so the main thing is these are basically the tasks. There will be the list of the tasks that has been assigned to me will be showing here. So now what I have to do, if I want to see the details of the task, I had to just go and click on that task. And once I'm gonna click on the task, you can see a pop-up window has been occurred on from the left side from the screen, and it has appeared, and it is showing me, okay, there are few things in the details of the task, like the task as itself, and there is a detail of the task. Then there is subtask. If there are files attached to the task, it's there. If there are any of the comments on the task, it's there. And obviously the task is assigned to me. Assigned by whom, it's also represented. Like you can see if your team leader has assigned the task, if there's a person above the team leader, he has assigned the task. So you can just see, like let's say if a CEO directly has assigned the task to you, so you can just see that who the person is that is assigning you the task. And then obviously there is a starting date for the task, and there is a due date for the task, that the task has to be completed before that date. And there is some text written below that which will be explaining you, okay, this is your task, you had to do this. We have just entered a sample text for you, so you can just have a look, like there will be some text and stuff like that. There could be files in the file section for the task. So that's how the things are working here. Okay, so the next main thing here is you can see the small play button at the top. What basically that button is, that is a timer for you. Once you start working on the task, you had to start that particular timer. That will gonna assess your timing, how much time that you have spent on a particular task. So for starting the timer, obviously what the procedure you had to follow, you had to go to the task sections. In the task, you're gonna click that particular task which you had to start working on. And once the task is open, you will gonna click on this start timer button. And once I'm gonna click on this start timer button, a timer would be started for me here. And what I have done here, I've started the timer like 9 minutes ago, and I just paused my video to show you like how the timer is working here. So once I click on the play button, you can see like my timer started on this, and I've spent 9 minutes or 20 seconds working on this task right now. So that's what the purpose of stopping the video, to just show you the how timer is working. So let me just explain you how the timer is working and why it is there. So why the timer is there, once we are working on any of the tasks from the projects, what we had to do, we had to start the timer, and by this timer, the company will gonna know, okay, you are working on this particular task for this time, and we're gonna check it by assessing you. Okay, you have spent, let's say, 9 hours on this task, and we're gonna check either the 9 hours are spent it according to the task or not. And obviously that's the criteria of showing us that you are working on a similar project, because everybody is working from home, we are far at distance, and we had to, there must be some communication way where we can check the progress of each of the person. So here we are. So that is the basically purpose of running the timer on the task. So once you have started working on a task, you must run the timer on that task. If you are not running the timer on the task, there will be no criteria of judging like even you were working on that task or not. So that is the compulsion. And yeah, so once, let's just say I want to take a break after 1 hour or 2 hour, I want to go somewhere, what I will gonna do is I'm gonna just click on the stop button, and the timer would be stopped for me. Once I've stopped the timer, let's just say I want to take a break after three hours. I come back after half an hour. I want to start working on that same project's task again. What I had to do, I had to go to that particular task, and I'm just gonna click the timer, start timer again. So once I'm gonna click the start timer again, the timer would be started from the start. So the old timing would be kept saved by the system, and the system will gonna be start judging the new timing, how much time that you have been spent on this timer, on this particular task basically. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just stop this timer here, and I'll just gonna close the task here, and we're just gonna move toward the next few of the things that were in the task section. So here we are with the task. The next thing we have here is the task board. So I'm just gonna click on the task board here to show you what the task board is. So I'm just gonna go to the task board, and this is basically the graphical representation of your tasks here. So let's just say I have a list of tasks here. The sample task that I was assigned was completed. So what I can do is there are two procedures to complete it. One procedure is I can just drag it from here to this section that this task is completed, or I can basically go to the task section, and there was a button and previously we see that to mark the task as completed. So once I put the task there, the task is marked as completed. Obviously the management will be aware of that this person has completed the task, and then they're gonna check it, either the task is completed properly. If not, they're gonna just put it back to incomplete section with some of the remarks there, that you can be known that okay, this thing has, I left this thing, I can just complete it in a while. So yeah, that's the thing. So the next thing by the task board is basically the task calendar here. The task calendar is just showing you the basic information about the task. Let's just say I have a due task on Tuesday. It will be showing me that Tuesday you had to complete this task, or maybe on 12th of May you had to complete this task. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go back to the task board. I'm just gonna mark my task again incomplete. Let's just say I just left one thing. I'm just gonna go again to the task calendar, and now I can see that my sample task was starting on Saturday, and I had to complete this task because I have only one task here. If I have multiple tasks that are going, I can see that on the task calendar with the multiple name and the colors of the tasks. So this is the calendar that basically is showing me that one task has been started from, I have been assigned with the task on Saturday here, and the task is basically keep going on up to maybe 11th. I had to complete the task before 11th, so that's the deadline of the task. So as we saw the date of the deadline there, so that's basically what is the purpose of the task calendar, to just look at immediately with the eagle eye view, okay, this is left, so I had to just complete it immediately, and once I'm going to complete it, I'm going to just put it into the completed version of the task. Okay, so the next thing here, we had time logs here. So once I'm going to click on the time logs here, I'll be able to see all my time that I've spent on different tasks, and all the stuff that I've spent here and there on maybe on a project, on a task, or working on something. It would be listed here. So obviously we also had a filter system on the left side, and then we had the list of all the tasks here. I can see how much time I've spent on this task. Like just say I have spent 24 minutes on the previous task, and then again when I run the timer, you remember I had spent like 0 hours on that task. And you can also see there is a checkbox right there above this one. This checkbox is basically for the management. You can see your task is pending. Once we will gonna check your task, according to the time, that if you have completed the task according to that particular time, you will be able to see the green arrow here, and the task from pending will be going to approved. So you're just gonna know that okay, this task has been approved by the management, this task has not, and obviously there'll be some comment from them. So that's how the things are working. So what I'm gonna do, I'll just gonna pause the video and I'm gonna just start the video here showing you this task would be approved by the management. So let me just pause the video really quick. Okay, here I am. After pausing the video a little bit, what I have done, I have approved this task here. So you'll be able to see, okay, this was the pending task that wasn't approved before, and as we seen here, that this was the task that has been approved, and before it was not approved. So that's how you're gonna know, okay, I have spent this much time on this particular task, and the management can see that, and the management can, approve the task according to what you have submitted on the repositories and the stuff. So that's how we are working. Obviously, there are a few other options. You can also see the ticket system. If you want to generate any tickets, you want to enter any leaves, you can go to the leaves section. And so that's how all the system is being working for you. So yeah, that's all from the STEM World Educational Services. If you have any question, feel free to ask it.